Lush, Executive Editor of Hub Culture, here in Davos 2026 at the Hub Culture very beautiful, very sunny balcony studio. How are you?
It's great to be here. Thank you so much, Edie Lush. It's great to be back. Doing great. It's amazing to be here in the sun.
It's great, right?
What a day.
So, Omar Bawa, you are the co-founder of Goodwall. We're going to get to what you do in a moment, but I want you to give us a big picture outlook. You walk down the promenade, and this year it's, again, all about AI. And there's a sort of shady side of it, which is this impact on jobs. We know the increase in productivity. The kind of dark side of that is what it does to jobs. You work with a lot of young people. Youth unemployment is a serious issue. How are you seeing this issue?
Thank you so much, Edie. I think you raise a pretty important topic, right? On the one hand, AI, as is pretty evident across the promenade, has this incredible opportunity to, elevate and augment human potential in an unprecedented way. But on the flip side, it also has the potential to deepen the existing digital divide in an irreversible way, right? What keeps us up at night when you speak to young people, almost 44, most young people today are afraid and don't necessarily feel prepared for the future of work in this intelligent age.
So talk a little bit about that, because you are building skills. You're building skills in an AI age. You've reached, I believe, over 3 million youth on your platforms, 150 plus countries. Youth unemployment still remains a significant, sticky issue, higher than adult unemployment. You're also operating in areas with vastly different educational infrastructure, different kind of cultural issues, labor market conditions. How do you navigate all that tension between what's needed in the country and the skills that are needed for an AI world?
Edie, so, we had a dinner last night, and one statistic came up from the World Bank where they said across the next 10 years, there are 1.2 billion young people expected to enter the workforce, but there are only 400 million jobs. So there's a huge delta. And how are we going to address that delta? Is going to be a mix, a blend between entrepreneurship, between gigs, and between other jobs. But this is only going to be amplified by AI and automation that might be displacing jobs, as we've heard from the World Economic Forum, but also creating new jobs that don't already exist. And that's why I think the way we've been addressing this, so at Goodwall, we partner with leading companies, leading brands, with industry in particular, but also with organizations and governments in order to co-create, co-design learning pathways that are relevant for the future of work. We do this in order to equip the next generation of talent with the skills that they need for this changing workforce. So those are skills like creativity, communication, problem solving, human skills, but also AI fluency at its core. In fact, just last year here at Davos, we launched alongside Microsoft, Cognizant, and HP an alliance called the Next Gen AI Alliance, with the goal of partnering to prepare the next generation for the intelligent age. And just 1 year on, we've accelerated more than 1 million young people with AI fluency skills who are now a lot more optimistic. 66% of them report feeling ready for the intelligent age. 30% feel hopeful and optimistic for this new age, in contrast to the 44% that I mentioned earlier.
How do you teach grit, resilience, and creativity?
Learning, especially in this age, has to evolve and adapt. In the knowledge-based economy that we came through, we would have courses that would take the form of a lecture followed by an assessment. That's maybe what I'd refer to as traditional learning, and it's still quite important. But for skills and for what you refer to as grit, resilience, those entrepreneurial skills, they are best learned, and actually AI fluency as well, through experience. You don't learn how to drive a car by reading about how to drive a car in a book. You drive a car. The same applies to AI. You play with AI. You learn by doing. You learn by experience. The same goes for grit, right? So when it comes to grit, one of our programs and learning pathways that we created, this with Accenture, was on entrepreneurship. And we actually challenge our young people to pitch their ideas, their solutions to existing problems. And in doing so, they're practicing problem solving, creativity, communication, and various other skills that will better equip them for the future of work.
You are passionate about the potential for Web3, for blockchain to democratize opportunity, perhaps to give certifications, but give us really equity and freedom. And I wonder, blockchain is still adoption concentrated in richer countries. So how do you see your ability to leverage this technology, whether it's through digital credentials or decentralized employment matching, to help more youth?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Edie. Building on what I said earlier, I think it's about meeting youth where they are. And one thing we recognized earlier on is there's an opportunity cost to learning. As I mentioned earlier, if you ask a young person what they really care about, they're not necessarily going to prioritize learning financial literacy, learning about entrepreneurship, learning about AI fluency. These are all long-term objectives. In the short term, they have needs that need to be met, and we need to offset that opportunity cost. And the way we do that through Goodwall is incentives. And we've always been, I would say, fairly cautious when it comes to Web3 and the blockchain. But the blockchain in particular has presented a unique opportunity, but also use case, which is the ability to instantly, in a completely verifiable way, make transactions at almost no cost anywhere in the world, irregardless of the end user having a bank account. So we're able to connect all of these incredible young people to the global economy. And we've done this by partnering with Circle. So Circle created a stable coin called USDC, and today we've built out programmable wallets. Almost every minute on Goodwall, a young person is creating their first wallet or bank account, if you will, where they're receiving funds and as a result benefiting and increasing their livelihood. And they do this by, we're able to incentivize micro actions, micro learning. You complete a module, you receive an incentive. You complete an action, you plant a tree, you receive a little reward, small and big. And that has led to dramatically improved learning outcomes and is a key differentiator in the way forward, and is only made possible thanks to solutions like stablecoins and USDC.
Extraordinary. Well, Omar, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture studio. It's always an amazing and inspiring conversation, so be sure to come back. We've got to have it happen in less than 5 years this time.
My. Well, thank you so much for having us back. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hub Culture, Davos 2026.